Welcome to the comic book Babble-On on Friday night. We've got some cool stuff to talk about tonight. Nick and I were backstage talking and decided, you know what, let's just go live and get this stuff out for everyone to hear. Guys, hit the like button while the intro plays and stay tuned.
I can't see anything. Are we back?
There we are.
There we are. Okay.
That's it. Not only are we do we have the best comic book catered show on YouTube for Saturday nights, but now we are infiltrating Friday nights sometimes, which means all those other channels that do Friday night shows are just second best at this point. And that's nothing against them, but this is the comic book Babble-On.
So share it out, get your friends, get your family in here, tell your brother, tell your sister. We're going to be drawing for our giveaways, the Bro Box. We're going to be drawing for the 3 Super Chat nights now. So if you do Super Chat, you get entered in a giveaway, and we have 2 previous nights to do. We have a ton of new things to show off and some pretty cool stuff to talk about. So let's jump right into it, man. New York Comic-Con, we've been talking about that a lot this week. Very interesting. I'm almost that close to being like, that'd be cool to go, but nah.
You know, I've seen a few things that made me like, man, I wished I was there, but I don't want to be anywhere near New York anyway. And I mean, I can't even go, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Like, you know, honestly, the only reason I want to go, and I put it out on our Twitter page, is the only reason to go is for Kanto, to go meet. Well, we've already, had technically met Drew and David and Drew
way back before even the Clockwork Fairies came out. We talked to those guys. So
it's been over almost 2 years now.
Yeah,
so yeah, and we've been trying to secure some of those. Nobody there wanted to hook me up, help me out. But everybody wants to
hook you up, just help you out and get them.
Yeah, man. Like, and everybody just wants to sell
I would have
$300.
Yeah, like that's crazy, man. I mean, like I said, I would have loved to have had the sketch cover, the black and white. I loved that one, but you said those are going for what, $10 for the trade dress and $20 for the other two, and
dude, like I would have paid somebody double just like, let me buy you and yours. But there was a guy on the Whatnot Comics Live. And he was like, hey, if anybody wants, I got an extra, because people are on there scalping. I'm buying like 5, 6, 7, on the Whatnot app. I'm like, come on, you people are. I'm going to refrain, but because they're just going to flip them for $100, and it's like I'm over here just begging and pleading. But somebody was gracious enough, and he's like, hey, if you don't get one tomorrow, I got you. So I'm going to hook him up with something if I do. Need to. I don't know what I'm going to get.
Try to get me one of them.
Oh, I'm going to try, dude. I'm going to try to get all. Like, I'm going to try because I want it. But anyway, so that's kind of what we've been going through this weekend. Other than that, I mean, I like to have the Tyler Kirkham one they have there, the Whatnot one there, because I love Invincible. I still I'm 100 issues into Ultimate Spider-Man, and I've read a ton of others, like long format superhero comics at this like similar type things, but Invincible still to me tops it all.
So you're talking about the NYCC?
So the Whatnot did the Tyler Kirkham Invincible blood splattered their variant they're selling, but they're going for like $300-400, man, on auction, on the app, not even eBay, on the app.
How much are they selling them for at the con?
That's what they're doing. That's how they're selling them. Yeah. And on eBay, they were going for like $700-800. I'm like, no, bro, I'm done.
Gotcha. Okay.
But anyways, well, let's say hey to some people in the chat real quick. Southern Comic Geek, what's up? Film Age Studios, hello. What up, Flash? Chris, what's going on? Alan, what's up, bud? I'm trying to. I just Dustin. We donated some stuff to a kids charity.
I wanted to talk about that tonight. I had it pulled up on my phone so we could talk about it.
Yep. So we donated some books that Josh is going to auction off. So basically, if they do, whatever they're willing to donate, whoever wants to do the most, they get that pack of books.
Awesome.
So we did that. I'm trying to get Alan.
I'll send some back with you too.
Okay, cool. I did that Cap 101 slab I had, and then a bunch of like Ice Cream Man, and then I pulled some 616 exclusives for them. So
right on.
James, what up?
We'll make sure we talk about that in a little while.
Yep. No, Seattle. Man. Seattle is not the best city, but this is a great shirt. So real quick, before I know we're about to do pickups, and I hope Josh is on. What up, Chris? First actual live chat with you. I found you a little bit ago and love the content you add to the community. Thank you, sir. Well, we appreciate you being here.
It's like the most awesome thing.
We love that, man. It really does mean a lot because, there's a lot of effort that goes into it for sure. So we appreciate you. Captain, what's up? What's up, Brandon? Toad. I know I'm back. I was sick that whole week. That was bad, dude. Like I was legit just in my room, windows shut. My eyes were hurting.
Yeah,
it was pretty bad. It was awful. But anyway, so I've been reading manga, and so I put some manga on my pull list, and that looks like manga, right?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. No
so I bought it, and I didn't even look at it because I wasn't paying attention. Because it looks very similar to the normal manga. I just thought it was a little thicker, and I got in the truck and I started looking. I was like, it's a novel. So I gotta get a. I told Josh, I texted him, like, we got to work on your manga skills there, Josh. It was funny. I don't mind it at all. It was funny. I may read it.
A light novel is what.
Yeah. They're like, that's what it is. I did see the manga novel or the manga video, Chris, in the Forgotten chat. It was hilarious. It was funny. It was absolutely funny. So, all right. So as more people roll in, we'll keep going. You want to show off what you got real quick, and then we'll get into some conversations.
How about you show off what I got? Because that's the only thing I got this week.
Okay. You didn't go to the comic shop?
See, the great thing about only having 3 titles on your full list is there's like 3 weeks out of the month where you don't have any titles to pick up. So,
what up, Jamie Sandoval? Absolutely, man.
I don't know. Maybe
Walking absolutely,
Dead
Jamie.
came out this week, but that would be the only one I had on my list this week.
Yeah.
So,
dang, it's bent.
Dude.
All right, Berserker number 5 I picked up.
Are you actually reading that still?
Yeah, well, I haven't read it since 3, and okay. I think it's going to be a better.
I just didn't know if you were still reading it.
I really hate I didn't back the Kickstarter and just get the hardcovers at this point, because that's how I'm going to read it. Is just collected. Star Wars, Something's Killing the Children 20.
That didn't come out? That came out last week.
I didn't go last week because I was sick.
Okay, I was just making sure that I'm only like a week behind on that one.
Yeah, Thor 17. Even though my COVID test came back negative. Geez, man. Oh, you know why these are bent? Because of the way I had them sitting in my truck. Your stuff was on top of them.
Oh, okay.
Batman Adventures.
You know what? I heard Tyler from Whack Comics talking about that Batman Adventures. What is it? Season 2, they're calling it.
Yeah.
He said that it was awesome.
Yeah, dude, I really like it.
The guys on the Burt fam chat last night were talking up Dark Ages hard.
I love it, dude.
I wished I would have picked up issue 1 like 3 weeks ago. My shop still had a copy, and that was the week that I spent like $200, and I just couldn't see another $4.
It's a good read. Like it's you're not like, you could wait till it comes out in Marvel's universe and read it. Okay. So this one came from Alan. It's been sitting in your box because you haven't been there. That one came from Alan, Breed Love.
Oh, that's that awesome sketch cover.
Yep.
Tales that one, TMNT number 1. This was something I purchased from Josh, and there it is, baby. That's the last big one I needed for my Turtles, baby. That's what I'm talking about. The second print, number 4.
Yep.
A Nintendo cover. That's an awesome book to have there. Psyched about every one of those. I needed that Mortal Kombat book that was in there that Alan put. That's one I did not have. Yep. And then that Captain America sketch was awesome. So thanks a lot, Alan. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk about Dark Ages in a minute because I read it. And I think you would actually like it the more I think about it, because Omega Red's in it, I believe. Is Omega Red in this, or is he in Ultimate Spider-Man? He was in... Hold on.
Mark last night was just telling me that it's just, it's something that doesn't have a lot of continuity, and you don't have to worry about like all the history behind anything. You can just jump in, read it, enjoy it, and it is pretty much what it is. So that sounded pretty cool.
Okay, so I think Omega Red's in this for just and that's what I love about Tom Taylor stuff. So I think Omega Red's in here for like a minute, but I was reading Ultimate Spider-Man and he has like a longer, and I think that's where I was thinking he was in there a little bit longer.
Okay.
In Ultimate Spider-Man, I'm at the part. Yeah. Okay, so he is in here just a little bit.
Okay.
He was really interesting in Ultimate Spider-Man, by the way. But some other stuff I picked up, and I'll show this off real quick because I know nobody's a huge manga fan. But what can at this point I'm into it, but I've got to send all of these back because they all came back damaged. So I bought the colossal editions of Attack on Titan, and just to give it some scale, here's like a standard size.
Oh yeah.
So really
It's
cool.
like those Pokemon books that they did, the Pokemon Adventures Ultra Editions or whatever.
Yeah. But like I said, every one of these were dinged up, beat up, and I've been fighting with them for the past week, even though I have insurance on the shipping. So that was irritating. This is the hardcover, so it's basically an anthology. Actually, comic creators wrote these. So they took the manga and did comic book stories, and I believe even Scott Snyder did some, Gail Simone, Kevin Wada, stuff like that. So, but I bought all of these. I had all 5. There's going to be 7 or 8 total. 6 comes out next month. But I got all 5 shipped to the house and just destroyed, man. I was so upset. And it was bad because I knew it was going to be bad because of the box. So I'm recording myself and I'm like cussing in the video. And I was just mad about it. And I wouldn't say anything about them. I was just, the way UPS shipped stuff or whatever. And like it was just garbage shipping. It was just paper with these big old books. And they are heavy. And I sent the video to them, and they're like, yeah, we'll replace these, no problem. Just send them back now. I'm like, see, I just sent a video of me all embarrassed cussing. So that's all the comics and manga I picked up. I'm excited about having those, though. I've already read the whole story, and it's really cool.
I recorded a video today of a book that came in the mail. I thought I was going to be cussing.
I thought I was going to be able to record it, and then Ellie and Sky got home a little early.
Nah, it's all good. You guys can see it next week. Picked up the last big book that I'm buying for 2021.
You're so full of crap. You've said that 4 times now. All right. So I did pick up this bad boy. What up, Empire? What up, Chris? Toe, Jamie? Yeah, Jamie, we are going to talk about Dark Ages. It was good. Yeah, make me big and big in me, as Joshua says.
That thing is beautiful.
All right. So here we go. The sculpt on this. This is a 6 scale hot toy. I bought the accessories pack. This is what happens when I was sick and running a fever and not thinking. I bought this literally in the middle of me having a fever. So I'll show you guys the box and accessory pack real quick. It's die cast.
Justin, I heard you're selling your collection and living out of your truck with the whole family. No. Nothing like that. I'm not hurting for money or anything. I'm just
refocusing.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
All right. So this came in finally after I bought it. I spent literally 3 times what Mike over at What's His Face is selling this exact box for. Nothing great came in it, but it wasn't bad either.
I got to get you up there tomorrow so you can see how much they've expanded and how much better everything looks up there.
All right, so here's the art box.
And if you guys were members, you got to see Nick unbox this and play with it the other night.
For the first time.
We hung out and showed that off for the members, man. That figure is awesome. Mike, what's going on, brother? Nick, did you hear about the Dragon Ball superhero movie?
Yes. I'm telling you, dude.
Chris Peterson said, reinvigorating the hobby. Exactly. I thought you were following in Bueller's footsteps. No, I was not. Ronnie Boy Comics, what is going on? Thanks for hanging out. I'm not becoming a hermit. What's up, Beans?
Well, we've kind of both done that this year. Like, yeah. I guess not even like I don't make us duel. So,
Empire, but that's not what's going on.
Welcome. But yeah. So we kind of both done that this year.
Yeah.
I started really focusing on reading. Right. I've read more this year than I ever have. I bet you I've read over 1,000 comic issues.
Definitely.
Probably close to 1,500 manga chapters, which are issues this year. I've just been reading like crazy. And I'm still buying pools and stuff, but I haven't bought any like keys. And I had to sell a bunch of my keys to get this mortgage refinance done so that we can sell this house, buy a new house. And at the end, not to get like, what's the word? Like I don't like to like get really personal about like my life or anything, but like me selling all of those comics to be able to bump up my credit score so we could bump up, get the refinance right where I wanted it, to be able to pay off the Yamaha and some other things. And now we have nothing debt but the house and the 2 cars. And so that'll take up my credit score. So now that I'll be able to afford the bigger house guy wants, but that's going to net me, once I sell this house, an insane, like an unfathomable amount of money because of the way this housing market is. And it's just going to get rolled into the new house. But, so we did that. And then, I bought the Iron Man 1 and I was like, there's really, I think I said it, was it the other night when we were talking to Justin, like behind the scenes or something? I was like, I'm just going to start focusing on just like a few books I want.
Yeah.
And so we've kind of like, I'm still enjoying collecting the manga. But I mean, that's not much money, but like just buying the big keys, like ASM 50, that's what
Because I mean,
almost bought. I sent an offer out to eBay that night for $850 on this book. And I told Tyler, I was like, if he accepts it, I'm just going to not pay for it. But I probably would.
I did that. I used to do that when I first started collecting. I would put in like dirt cheap offer on books and just be like, there's no way they'll accept it. And then they accept it. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, I'm not paying it. And I would just have to create a new eBay account. It was really crappy. I don't do that anymore, but
I would have. But like I said, I mean, I was running a fever and sick and not feeling good. And that's why I ended up with this stupid thing, because I'm just not feeling good. And you're not thinking straight when you're running a fever like that. And I literally tried to cancel this order like 2 days after I bought it. They're like, dude, it's already on the way. I'm like, crap. But anyways.
Yeah. Well,
hey, Chris, we absolutely will. We will run through it.
And I would like to think that seeing me buy these big books one after another all year long is kind of like maybe kind of got that itch going for you a little too. I mean,
it was nice having, buying the Iron Man 1. Like, it felt really good. And looking at the prices on these ASM 50s, I'm like, geez. But like, it feels good to, and I was talking to Sky about that. I was like,
Martinez, what's going on, man?
About refocusing, like, just instead of buying all these single issues and stuff like that, just buying a couple big books a year. And, it's probably about the same price, right? Because if every week you're spending $30-$40 on a pool, but then, okay, over the course of 90 days, 3 months, you take that money and you spend it on one big book. And, I'm happier with my collection now than I ever have been, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm really enjoying the manga I'm buying because I'm reading and I'm loving those stories. My slabs I have, each one means something, whether it's a gift or it was my first slab or a cover I love or a character. Like, Iron Man is the reason I'm into comic books.
I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, I got to where I was spending so much money on my pull list, and the majority of it, I wasn't even reading it. So I felt like that was a waste of money. And then I just amassed these tons of boxes of these books that I hadn't read and had gotten far behind and had no intentions of reading, or I had already read the entire series and wasn't going to go back and read it. But there are bigger books, not necessarily big books to everybody, but to me, books that I like more and that I would rather spend my money on, because not all the books that I look at are big books are going to be.
But spending $500 to $800 on a book, that's a big freaking book.
Yeah. And I've done that how many times this year? I mean, my God, I've lost my mind this year, man. I mean, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 times that I've spent almost $1,000 on a comic book this year, and one of them was over 2,000.
Yeah. And I've only done that once, but then I sold it, and
you did.
Basically, just got them. I think, like I've told James, like almost nothing off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I look at them, and it's a video I want to do. But you look at them though, and it's like, okay, I spent, a little over $900 on that Avengers 4, but that book was already worth twice that the day I picked it up. And it's not that matters because I'm going to sell it, but it just it makes you feel better about for me, it makes me feel better about the purchase. and rationalizing that with
Yeah.
myself, saying, well, you know what, I am spending a lot on it, but I'm still getting it for way, way cheaper than what it's
Yeah.
going for. And if crap hit the fan, I'm going to be so
Yeah.
okay if I have to get rid of all these books. I'm going to be perfectly fine with
Yeah.
anything that comes at me. I hope that does not happen, but
Yeah.
you know, I think I've built up a nice emergency fund, as Dave
Yeah.
Ramsey would
And,
say.
and like, so that's how I rationalized. So I think it was Instagrails. I put up an ASM 50 like the beginning of August or end of August. It was like a 5055 for like $950.
They put some crazy
So,
stuff
well,
up.
I'm commenting on it that night. I'm like, oh, let me get some more pictures. I want to claim this, whatever. And when I was commenting, none of the other comments was showing up. So I'm like, okay, this is a crazy deal because on eBay they're going for $1,500 right now. And then the comments popped up, and guess who freaking had already bought this book? Tyler. That's why he's been sending me these links. He had claimed it.
Oh yeah, that's the one he's got. I
Yes.
saw him unbox that one. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. And then now, of course, and there's a couple comments I want to talk about. Chris has one, Empire has a couple, Todd has a couple, and then Second Street here, Trinity, he has one I want to talk about. But yeah, like I was like, I told him, I was like,
you're
dude,
full
that
of
is a
crap,
crazy
Trinity.
deal. Huh?
You're so full of crap. I'm done buying physical
No,
books.
I want to talk about that for sure.
NFTs for life. You're so full of it, bro.
He said, I'm going to start flipping digital comics. That's funny. All right. So, Chris, so this is what I was going to talk about. He says the thrill of claim sales is addicting, trying to slow down on them.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you love it. Yeah. I love it. But so, Chris, like when Dustin and I first started commenting, what got us was claim auctions and Facebook auctions. There would be months where, like, between the two of us, I bet you we were spending $800 or more on auctions. There was one night.
You were spending so much money that I was worried about your marriage. Like, literally, I would have conversations with my wife, like, Nick is sneaking books in the house by the hundreds of dollars. He's literally trying to get home every day and get packages inside before Sky sees them.
But
and I would use you to try to make me look better to my wife, because I'd say, babe, look, Nick just spent all this money and didn't even tell his old lady.
Yeah.
Like, I only spent this much, and you're sitting right here watching me.
Well, this was all pre-Ellie, right? So, like, we had a lot of extra
you had a
money
lot more expendable income.
But and that's not a thing anymore. So I had to cut that out. But dude, I mean, literally, I would have large priority shipping boxes show up from Phil. I'm sure Phil, he was probably so disappointed when we stopped buying, but we had to. I mean, it just
gotten way out of control.
It was bad. Like no lie, guys. He would have these auctions, and I would be in the shower with my cell phone trying to shower. And I would have my phone up, and if I knew something was coming up I was even remotely interested in, I would literally be in the middle of the shower claiming stuff. And that
was literally Nick and I would be bidding auctions. Like Phil is the gentleman. You guys have heard me talk about him many times. That's the guy we would bid on these books and buy from, and he would have one book that would be up for auction, and I know that Cap knows who Phil is, because I know he purchases from Phil's brother. But he would have one book for auction, and he would have buy it nows for $3. And me and Nick would just go back and forth on these bins. We would be grabbing X-Men like crazy, and then we would be bidding. We would outbid everybody else on the auction, and then just be fighting back and forth with each other.
Just stupid money, dude. We were spending dumb, like 4 times what the book was worth, but I refused to lose. I had an entire.
You still have those Hellboys that you purchased?
Yes, those are books I'll never get rid of.
I was gonna say, I hope you keep those. That was probably one of the coolest purchases. But the biggest one was that Hulk 340 Nick bought. Phil had kind of been going through a dry spell on his sales.
Yeah.
And I told Nick, I was like, hey, let's try to buy something from him tonight. And I had told Phil not to put the 340 up that week. I said, next week I get paid, because I get paid every 2 weeks. I said, I get paid next week, and I'll buy that from you, dude. I said, don't even put it for auction. Just give me what you want for it, and I'll buy it from you, because I'd been pining after that book for a month. Nobody had bought it. So he puts that one up, and that's the one Nick buys. I'm like, oh my God, I hate your
So listen, and what's funny about that is just a quick story to finish that up is, so I bought it $90 or something, I think. And then I sent it, and this thing was crispy. And this was
So
before the comic book boom, is what I'll call it, where people are
yeah,
paying
before
stupid
that book
prices for
blew
stupid
up, like
books.
$90 was top freaking dollar for that
This
book at
book.
the time.
Yeah, Hulk 340. So I sent it off to the Todd McFarlane signing, my first, like one of our first videos actually.
Yeah.
And it comes back a 9.6 with the T McFarlane signature. So I was pissed, right?
And I was like, that's
Have
what
y'all
you
seen
do.
what is that movie? We used to, Pets. It's got Kevin Hart in it. But anyways, he goes, Pickles is pissed. I was Pickles. I was mad. Okay. And I was like, I'm going to get rid of this. So what I ended up doing was offering it to a guy for trade, along with like Hellerism #3, the punchline, and a little like 150 bucks. But I traded it for this book.
And I don't know if you're still looking good on this deal or not. I know at the time you came out like a bandit.
So I traded it for that book because it was one I really wanted, but refused to pay $1,000 for this. And there's that Marvel Comics 1000 fan event. 9.8s are extremely hard to get a hold of, and at that point they were selling for like $1,500, and now they're down quite a bit. And hey, Smart Pig, I actually saw you in there commenting on the Whatnot comic sales. I think Steve, yeah, man, the Whatnot sales were brutal. I'm just trying to get one Canto, but I think a guy got me hooked up. So,
Hey, what mystery box number do you want? He asked.
I said whichever one's the best.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So anyways, but now that book is going for like outrageous money, and this one's dropped quite a bit, but I'm still happier. But I do hate the fact I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, Chris, there should be a warning for new collectors that like claim sales, auctions, dude, for sure. They got so addicting. But those were some of the funnest times in collecting, I think.
so I just accidentally turned on Instagram, and we all know Dustin's a big time villains guy, and Craven is one of my favorite villains. And I'm sitting here looking at a 0.5 first appearance of Craven. The cover actually looks really cool. Looks really good for $5.25 shipped. And I'm like,
get it?
I can't because I just bought another big old book this week. But if I hadn't, then I would be buying that for sure. But yeah, those claim sales and the Facebook auctions, they were so much fun. And yeah, it is so easy to get caught up for sure.
But yeah, but again, some of the funnest times, man, for sure. I guess it was just kind of like, I don't know. I really don't even know. But I do still have quite a few books, and I sold a bunch of them, and we've given a bunch away because a lot of them what got us into bad shape was a lot of like $2 pools, and then like $2 buy it now. So
yeah, and those would add up quick
for sure.
But we got some great stuff. I mean, you got that Fantastic Four Annual 6
that I traded to Justin.
I picked up almost 1 through 10 of Wolverine's ongoing series, including number 1, number 8. I think the only thing that was missing was number 10 and number 3 and 2, which I have those now. But I picked up that whole set. It was like 13 books, and most of them were the Wolverine 1 through 10, including a number 1 that will probably hit a 9.6 for like $30. I mean, you couldn't even and then when I went back a couple weeks ago and looked at the other books in that series, I am extremely confident most of those would hit a 9.6 to a 9.8. I mean, it's ridiculous the deal that I got on them looking back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cap. I mean, that's pretty much what we were saying. Like Nick and I would be bidding back and forth trying to win a book, and then sometimes we would just like try to piss each other off and bid it up and then just drop it on the other one.
Oh yeah.
Like that became a game.
And at that point, again, because I didn't have Ellie, but I knew I had enough money sitting around where if I bid it up, even if he I was willing to push it hard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even care if I ended up getting stuck with it. But
yeah.
All right, so let's talk about these NFTs real quick. And he made 2 good points. He says, I'm done buying physical books, PDF NFTs for life. And you guys know I've been buying them. They've been very interesting for sure. I have not had issues with 2-factor authentications. I don't even have that, Breedlove, but I think it may be because I'm using the face. But he says, Trinity's like, I don't, made a comment, and I don't know what it is, about being able to pull his money back out. So at this point, there's no way to pull your money out, which is unfortunate. But there's supposedly going to be a way where you can link it to some type of cryptocurrency and then sell it that way. So we'll see. But I mean, still, like, it's nuts what's happening. But yeah, so I've been buying these NFTs like $6.99. I did finally get an ultra rare. I don't know if you saw that or not, but like people are selling it like 540 gems or whatever.
I saw that.
And like, you know, a gem does, or a dollar does convert to one gem, and it's just like, what is going on here, guys?
I don't know what
But
that means.
whatever, I'll keep
I know a
buying
lot
it.
of people, I've seen several comments where people are asking if you can do a video on how the VV app
Yeah.
works. So
And it's
hopefully
so
we'll be able to get
confusing
that
because
out
they
next
don't even
week.
know. Like VV, they're on their Twitter. They're like, "Oh, we're having issues." But yeah, I'll do something like that for sure. But like the whole thing, it's like it's FOMO for me at this point because it's the new thing. And what if
You're always about the you've always been
always
a technology
I'm like
dude.
trying to sell my truck to you so I can go buy the new freaking Ford Lightning over here, knowing dang good well it's going to probably catch on fire as soon as it comes out. Like, but I don't. That's just the way I am. I've always been the early adopter mentality. But my thoughts are, Dustin. It's like, okay, so say some crazy world happens, and 70 years ago, I'm in a comic shop and I'm like, Spider-Man's stupid. I'm not going to spend my 15 cents on Spider-Man for A15. That would be stupid. This story's dumb. But what if we're in that moment, right?
Yeah.
Or my $6.99 that I spent on a Daredevil or a Fantastic Four or whatever, and that, in 10 years, maybe it's worth $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7,000. Like, I'm willing to risk $6.99. And I did the same thing with Dogecoin. Like, whenever it was 7 cents, I spent a couple, or like $200, and at one point it was worth $1,900. Like, it's
I have no quarrel.
Yeah.
No quarrels at all with taking a chance on $6.99.
Yeah.
It's these crazy people that are spending the $500 and $600 on these things.
Or
I'm not
more,
taking
dude.
that chance.
And then like $10,000 on these Superman statues. Like, it's pretty nuts, dude.
Like I said, I saw a guy show off a Captain America statue the other day, and I hit screen record, and guess what? I had the statue too. I even had the same room he had,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, bro, like I don't
Yeah,
understand.
dude.
Like, I can't understand why.
Yeah.
Like if you show it to me, well, I've already seen it, and I can screen record it and look at it anytime I want to.
Yeah.
If I had one, I would just talk about it and be like, y'all ain't never gonna see it though. You want to see it, you got to buy it. I ain't showing it to
Yeah.
nobody. Like I just can't. I can't fathom it. Now, I've considered firing up the app and trying to do the same thing.
You literally have to. You have 1 second to buy them now because they dropped them from 60,000 to 30,000. And literally, I'm watching 5, 4, 3, and I almost screen recorded today, but I didn't want to screw it up because I really wanted Daredevil 1. In the split second, it changes from a countdown to a buy now. You have, everybody's doing it. So
do you have to hit like a refresh or
no? You just they do a pretty good job about it, but like I've not missed one, but a lot of people are complaining with like a lag. But the second it goes by it now, you have the chance to buy it. It reserves it. Then you have 90 seconds to process the payment because it's already reserved you a copy, and then you're done. And literally within 5 seconds, I had bought it. I was done. And I went to go click buy another one just to see if I could, and it was already sold out. Fantastic Four, I was able to somehow buy 2. But like,
I don't think as many people were on it at the time. That was one of the first ones, right?
It was one of the earlier ones, yeah. But like at one point it was a 10-second sellout time, and now it's literally about a second or more.
Yeah, it sounds like a Scorpion Comics exclusive at this point. I mean,
yeah. But apparently they found a way to prevent bots and stuff like that. Whether it's true or not, I don't know.
That's good.
But
people that use bots are total pieces of human scum who should be drugged behind a pickup truck with a rope tied to their feet through a field of cactuses, butt naked for about 2 days.
This really is a beautiful book. You ever just pull out your book sometimes? You're like, man, that's gorgeous.
I would like that book so much better if Carol Danvers was not in it.
Well, they just went off the people in the movies at the time.
I know, but I just feel like
it would have been cool to have the
history there, and then she just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Like, where's Hulk? Put Hulk in there.
Submariner or Hulk, Hulk.
Hulk would have been the one to put there. I mean, why we have to have a character that has literally been irrelevant until she saved the entire world by herself.
Ooh, I got one.
And started the MCU. That one's for you, Trinity.
I did post these up, so if anybody wants to trade for
Oh,
an
you
ASM
hurt
50,
Who-Dat's feelings with that. He thought it was me at first. I was like,
yeah,
no, it's not me.
I
He's like,
really
I
don't
don't
want
care.
to.
It
I,
hurts my feelings you're selling it too, because I kind of feel like that's the only book that both of us had, and that's the only one we both have and have the same grade, and we're like super psyched about. But I know you want that ASM 50, so I
and if
wouldn't
I
try
don't,
to feel
and this is
stupid.
like the only other book like I'm totally comfortable letting go that would get me there. Everything
Yeah,
else, I
because what is
just
that book going for now? I mean, it's going
like
for
$600. It's not that
yeah,
much.
and you spent
Less than 90.
yeah.
So
I mean, I got
that
mine
was one.
for $3.99 and $3.99 plus tax, whatever
Yeah,
those House of X and Powers of X
yeah.
connecting
That's sad.
covers were for issue number ones I traded. Boy, I'm telling you what. My wife was saying the other day, she was like, I understand, like, you definitely do, like, have, like, some kind of bad, like, black cloud hanging over you pretty much all the time. But when it comes to the comic book stuff, she's like, you have some really good luck with getting deals.
Yeah,
I said, that I will say.
yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
I had a day so bad Wednesday, and it drug over into yesterday morning. I never understood what people meant when they say like a mental health day, taking a mental health day off of work.
You were
I had
there.
to come back home yesterday. Didn't even make it to work because I couldn't even. Oh, it was bad. It
Mm,
was so bad, and it all stems from me way back losing my wallet, and then I lost my wife's debit card too.
dang, that's not good.
I couldn't even buy gas when yesterday morning. Couldn't like I was fuming, and then the bank won't even give me a temporary debit card, so I'm just SOL until my card comes in.
Well, see, that sucks because like my bank will do that. They'll give me a temporary card.
Yeah, they won't do that, and they're like, "Well, you can always get cash out." I was like, "Yeah, because everybody is just allowing you to use cash. Half the places you go to won't even take cash right now." So I'm like, "Yeah, this really sucks." Yeah, I had to take yesterday off because if I would have went to work, I would have murdered someone. Not really.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's my little girl upset. I'm checking. Carry on the conversation real quick. Let me check on her. See what people in the
Let's
chat are
see.
saying.
Wait a minute. Minnie Mouse is a woman. My wife gets mad because we have two boys and it's all girls. This, girls, that. They need to know. They need to show the boys how to treat women. Minnie Mouse is a woman. Okay, there's a whole conversation that we missed here. Let's see. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily saying they shouldn't have put a woman on the cover. I was just saying the amount of history and historical characters that were on there, and she doesn't fit the bill. There are plenty of historical female characters that would have been much more suiting than Carol Danvers was. That was my main thing. Um, we're talking about Vivi, Daredevil. Bean's got a Daredevil common. James says he hates that book. Someone also said you should bleach it and make it a sketch cover. Yeah, but nah.
What happened? She's still screaming. She wants me. So my little girl has figured out that when it's time for bed, she can ask for water, and that extends her bedtime. And then 10 minutes later, she goes, "I need to go potty," and then we have to go take her to potty, so that extends her bedtime. And now she's screaming for me. So, are you still there?
Yeah.
I tell you what, if you want to, go ahead and do the bro box giveaway, and let me go
Okay.
in here and check on her, and then we'll keep the conversation rolling in just a minute. Make sure you hide you've exited out of the studio, our studio page. So,
Oh yeah, that's not even
okay.
there.
All right, cool. All right, I'll be right back.
All right, so we're gonna do the super chat, the bro box giveaway. So this is for our Golden Age tier members. The Golden Age tier members, once a month we will draw for a mystery box. This one is going to be the last one of our BCW store folios. So we are either going to have to come up with something new going forward or figure out something with the store folios, because BCW is having a hard time getting those out, I guess. But this one will definitely have one. So the bro boxes have a lot of exclusives, a lot of 616 comics. We try to stick some extra stuff in there as well. And of course, you do get the store folio. Members get the sticker packs as well. And, behind the scenes content. We'll do members only streams. Like I said earlier this week, we did members only stream where Nick unboxed that Iron Man. And we got to see, from the time he cut the tape on the box, trying out all the accessories, all of that. So super cool. They get unedited content sometimes, so it's pretty cool. But we are going to go ahead and roll the wheel here for our 17 Golden Age tier members. And we're going to see who is going to get this month's Bro Box. All right, so we're going to shuffle it. We have 17 members, so we're going to subtract 1. That gives us 16. Divide that by 2. That's 8. So we'll shuffle it 8 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 8 times. Here we go. Click to spin. Who is going to get the Bro Box? And this will be for September, by the way. B. Ramey, congratulations, brother. Brandon, you're going to get that. I think it's My Little Ponies BCW store folio. I think that's the one we have left. So right on, dude. You can have that to look forward to. The Bro Box coming to you. Lots of exclusives and stuff in there. So you know the deal, man. You've been around long enough. Thank you so much to all of our members and the Golden Age tier members. You guys are awesome as well. We appreciate it so much. So B. Ramey, congratulations, bro. That is awesome. Comics and death metal. What's going on, Ryan? You out on another... Are you out of town again this weekend? I know you guys go on adventures all the time. You and your wife, man, make me kind of jealous, because my wife and I, only places we go is like she goes to the grocery store, I go to work, and like we go to a baseball game. My kid has baseball games a couple times a week. It's the only time we leave the house, pretty much. No, I'm not solo. Nick is taking care of the little one right now, so he'll be back in just a second. Bean says, I won the first Bro Box and have not won anything since. Dang, man. It's no good. I didn't know that. Let me check something here. I think my lighting is kind of bad here, because I'm kind of fuzzy looking. Heading out to the woods in the morning. Right on, dude. Right on. We're going to take Hagen camping for his birthday this year, so we're excited about that. He's going to love that. He is going to love that. I tell you what, guys, I cannot wait for you guys to see the book that I got today when the video comes out next week. I was really worried that it was going to get beat up in the postal service, because we all know how things go when Dustin orders a book and it has to be shipped. My luck with purchasing books from sellers who ship well is not very good. So I was really, really worried that this one got beat up, because when I got the package, it was not in good shape. But you guys have to watch the video next week and see. Or you guys can come hang out on the hunt tonight on my buddy Tony Sanders' channel, and I'll be showing it off there, because I got to win the comic book battles over there on the hunt. Kevin, what's going on, man? Did I finally get the elusive Justin Birch zombie tramp? Never looked for one actually. Not my, not my, not my deal there. I do want to talk about something real quick. Let's talk about this. So you guys know Josh Olive. We've had him on the show a lot. He owns Haven Comics, which is one of our local comic shops. This being the Huntsville local shop, Haven Comics, and they are doing a fundraiser right now. And you will have to go over to the Facebook page for Haven Comics. It's Haven Comics, and it's a Captain America. Is what their this is their homepage here. Show this to you guys if it'll focus. So that is their homepage. So if you guys go over to Haven Comics on Facebook, they are doing an awesome fundraiser right now uh, for the Kids to Love Foundation. And right now they are up to $555. And then this Thursday, because they hit 500, we are going to see Jeremy Bronaugh, Tots, and Alan Breedlove and JT Lynch do the Packy One Chip Challenge. That one right there, the one you guys saw me do, these guys are going to do this Thursday on the Haven Comics YouTube channel. And I will be there running commentary, letting these guys know what they're about to start feeling. And then when they can't tell people, I'll be able to let everyone else know what they're feeling and what they're going through. It's going to be a great time. But if you guys go check Haven Comics Facebook page out and want to do some donating there for that Children's Foundation charity that they're doing, that'd be awesome. And tune in this week on Thursday night for the Haven Comics. It's usually they do their Thursday night quiz show, which is really good on their YouTube channel. So make sure you guys are tuning in for that because it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time. Josh is not eating one. No. Mm-mm. No, Josh watching me eat one was plenty enough, I guess, for him. Lou Danger, what's going on? Terry Vaughn, what is up? Yeah, no, Josh is he's smarter than me because he's not going to do it. I, on the other hand, was not expecting it to be as bad as it is. Like I said, the worst part about that thing was just the god awful stench, and the taste of it is just horrible. The taste was so bad, and it's so dry, it just coats your mouth. You can't do anything about it. It's just in there. It's just in there. But what did everybody what was like the read that everybody was excited about this week? Because I didn't even have a book come out this week for my pull list. I know right now I've got in my box of stuff I need to read, I've got Something Is Killing the Children, issue number 20. I need to read that. No, Chris, actually you're off tonight, bro. Stillwater 10. I have not read this yet. This is definitely one of my favorite series, and it's a series that nobody hardly talks about. And I'm not, this is not me trying to push the book or push the spec. There is no spec on this book that I know of, but I could definitely, just because of how fantastic this story is, see this book sneaking up on everybody and nobody thinking about it. And one day it's like, oh, Stillwater's going to be a TV show or something. And I'm just sitting over here like, I had my books from the beginning because I was a big believer in this. Chip Zdarsky is doing his thing on Stillwater. That has been awesome. Of course, Walking Dead, I think 24 came out this week, but I didn't get to the shop yet. So I need to read 23, I believe, from the cover here and from the way 22 ended. Again, this is my first go around with these. I'm pretty sure that these two guys beat the piss out of each other in this one. I still have not been able to read my Trailer Park Boys issue number. I don't know if this is issue number 2 or what this is. They did a Trailer Park Boys issue earlier in the year around Free Comic Book Day. Well, they did one for Free Comic Book Day, but they did one like few weeks before that. Um, and I think this one is different. Yeah, so this one's different. And if this one's done the way that the other one is done, okay, so it is. So what they're doing here is they're throwing in 8 short stories by 8 different artists, 8 different writers. So you're getting all kinds of different art in here, different writing styles, but the same awesome characters that, I mean, for me, I love this franchise. I love the shows, the movies. So, but I haven't got to read this one yet. So we'll see whenever I'm able to get on that one. I'm definitely looking forward to it though. But um, that's pretty much where I'm at right now on my reading. Now I've also got on my. I kind of got into like the digital reading thing, which I've always kind of been like, get off my lawn about that, but there are books that I've got to where I wanted to read, and I'm not going to purchase the books, and I haven't really seen the facsimiles. So, but I want to start kind of diving into certain characters that I have been interested in, but never really read much about. And like I said in the video earlier that came out yesterday, I think, before I make any more purchases of big books, I would like to be able to have some common knowledge about the characters before I purchase the books. Um, just because it's a big book or a cool cover or a book that I think would be cool to own, I'd like to know the story behind the characters, the story in the book, and kind of go the route that I did with my Walking Dead #1. When I purchased the Walking Dead #1, it wasn't just because, oh, it's Walking Dead #1. It's because I started reading the Walking Dead Deluxe and I fell in love with the story, and it was so good, and it's my absolute favorite thing I'm reading right now. And because of that, it really prompted me to want to grab that issue #1, the one that started it all, and have a copy of that. So I kind of want to go that route with a lot of things. And right now, the character that I'm going to really start to pursue is Galactus. So have put together in the Marvel Unlimited app, you can put together like a library, like a list of books you want to read. So I've got FF 48, 49, 50, and then the small run in the Thor series where Galactus was there, and you got the origin of Galactus and that kind of thing. So I want to read through those. So that's something that is on my list to do as well for my reading list. And just dive into Galactus a little bit and see where the character came from, and try to read some of his early stories, and then I'll go back and try to find, like, okay, so what were some of the best stories that revolved around an arc with Galactus, or what issues were some of the best issues to read that had Galactus in them, and see if I really like Galactus before I go out and purchase a big key that revolves around the character. And I really wouldn't ever go after 48 because I think that cover is absolutely horrid cover. I hate that cover. But 49 is beautiful cover. And it's very expensive, very expensive. Um, I hated what Donny Cates did to Galactus. I felt like he made Galactus look like a punk, and gave Galactus absolutely no respect. The way he was treated in that book, and from the time Galactus showed up, just, I mean, missing limbs, and we're talking about Galactus was billed to be like one of the baddest bads of the baddest bads, and I just felt like he got really disrespected in that series. But just my personal opinion. But yeah, so before I want to go buy like a FF49 and spend that amount of money on it, I'd like to know a little bit more about that character, and I want to go that route with a lot of things before I start making purchases, um, and have some more knowledge, and have read about these characters before I go spend the big money on these books. Um, not that I think it's something that everyone has to do, but for me, I think uh, it would add to the importance of the book to me, because I would kind of have that historical knowledge of where it came from and why it's so important. So
Yeah, Donny Cates Thor has been great, Chris. Sorry, it's taken a minute. This kid.
well, we were talking about how we were talking about the Galactus part.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Galactus got treated like a bum. I mean, to me, like that would be the equivalent of like Andre the Giant being absolutely annihilated by like some
you know,
anybody else, like anybody else. I mean, just completely beat to crap. I mean, like this guy's been billed as one of the baddest of the bads, and he just got disrespected. I
but
felt.
yeah, but I agree. Reading these characters, I mean, because it's like one thing to be like, oh, I'm a fan of so and so just because of like Captain America. Like, I'm sure if you read a lot of Captain America stories that have been written, you know, there might be some that are really good, but I'm not sure you'd be a huge fan of some of those stories, right? But
Yes, absolutely, and
but
a lot of that's you know, there's there's certain runs of Cap that I would like to read, and some that I
yeah,
probably will stay away from because I don't want it to tarnish my
yeah.
fandom for the character.
Yep. So, and that's something you definitely have to be careful of. Like, as I'm reading Ultimate Spider-Man, and like I said, I'm only 33 issues away, and then I'm going to read into the Miles realm of things. But like, okay, I really do I like Spider-Man, but like, and I'm going to get hammered for this, but it just hasn't been the greatest, most fun experience. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like, it kind of, you know, it's turned me off of Spider-Man a little bit. But
yeah.
you
Well,
know, I
like Ghost Rider, you know, I mean, my connection with that character is obviously through being a biker,
yeah,
but you know, I was messaging you and Justin earlier this year when I started reading the
yeah,
Marvel Spotlight series of Ghost Rider about how awesome that series was. And I've always kind of felt like I wouldn't enjoy some of the comics that were written back in the 70s and the
yeah,
80s, and even the 60s because the
yeah,
writing style was so different. It was so much campier. But
yeah,
that Marvel Spotlight series, I did not feel like it was like that. It was just, it was so
yeah,
good, and it was very dark.
yeah,
And it was exactly what I was hoping for and what I wanted and what I've expected from a Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. So like that didn't
yeah,
disappoint at all. But yeah, you know, like the Cap is a different story. I definitely I want to dive more into Sabretooth.
yeah,
I've read stuff about Sabretooth, but my love for Sabretooth has always come from the X-Men show in the 90s because
yeah.
he was so
Yeah, and
scary
there's
and
nothing
so
wrong
cool.
with that either, right? Like enjoying the fandom based on like Ghost Rider, like your connection with the Harley or
Right.
the TV show. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. For me, Iron Man, I've read very few Iron Man comics because, quite frankly, I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, this Iron Man run was great."
Yeah.
But Iron Man, if it wasn't for the MCU Iron Man movie, uh, and that guy right there, I never would have gotten into comics. It just wouldn't have happened. So
Yeah.
that to me is
And
the
by proxy, I probably wouldn't have
yeah.
either.
Yeah, so that to me is kind of what
And then what
the
would all of you be
importance.
doing tonight? So, I mean, really, we have Tony Stark to thank for a lot of things.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, you know, like Star Wars, man. Like if it wasn't for my wife, I never would have gotten into it like I am, because of you know kind of the way they were. Because we never watched this. That's I almost said that junk, but we never watched that kind of stuff
No,
growing up.
you were about to say the right thing.
But like we didn't watch anything like this, though. You know what I mean? Like we weren't brought up
I had seen like
like X Men and ASM, like, and I
episode
watched
one,
like Yu
two,
Gi
and
Oh.
three. I mean, I had seen
Yeah,
those, but
but like there wasn't like a true fandom in our household. You know what I
oh
mean?
no, not
Like
for really for anything. No.
no, the like the most fandom it ever got in our house was like Pokemon, and that was just because of like
Yeah.
you know. So I
I
don't know,
started my son on a fandom this week. I was so proud of him. So I
Rocky.
started Rocky.
Yeah,
Rocky is on HBO Max, and he watched Rocky 3 with me. And when it was over, he was like, "I want to watch another one." And I was like, "Yes." So we watched Rocky 4, and he loved Rocky 4. And then we
yeah,
watched Rocky Balboa, and it was just kind of like, eh. I was like, "Don't worry, Daddy's gonna let you watch Rocky 2 next, and that's the best one." because we love Apollo Creed. Like I love Rocky, but
Yeah.
Apollo Creed is absolutely the man. I'm
Did you
telling
see?
you,
I saw Creed 1. Did you ever see Creed 2?
oh yeah, I love them.
I didn't
Love
see
them.
Creed 2.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was a very Rocky-esque story.
Yeah.
Michael B.
But
Jordan is just. I mean, that dude can't
he's
do any wrong.
yeah. I loved him in as Killmonger and What If.
Yeah.
I love this character design. And by
Yeah.
the way, What If ended very well this week, I think.
So I was talking about it last night. Sean kind of got upset with me because I hadn't seen the What If, and I told him I was like, well,
Yep.
I don't have a way to
It's right,
watch it,
Chris.
so he gave me his login and made me watch them. The only ones I enjoyed was I liked the Killmonger episode and I loved the Ultron episode. The rest of them I thought were very meh and didn't care for them.
Well, and like I said, it wraps it all up in the last two, and you get a lot more Killmonger, you get a lot more Ultron.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and you know, like I said, my problem with the show I think lies more with my love for the What If comics. I mean, I've read a ton of those. I've owned them all. Don't anymore, but I have.
yeah.
And that's what I was hoping for was more like, I was hoping we were gonna get some of those stories because those stories, a lot of people.
All right. So thank you for the $6 super chat, the full design tees. Dustin, show yours and then make me full screen.
This is my grunt style, all American made, the hunt shirt, because I'm a big hunter. Got the grunt style logo on the left arm, or on the left arm, and the American flag on the right arm. Oh, glory, baby!
And then mine's just a Walmart My Hero Academia shirt, I think.
Mine's better.
Which is another fantastic superhero shirt. Did that go full screen? I did on my end, anyways. If it didn't, I apologize. But
it's all good. Thanks for the super chat. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, mine's just a little Target. That's where it's from. I thought it was Walmart, but it could. Yeah, that makes Target definitely makes more sense. Hey, Bubs, dude, Bubs video.
Bubs, what's going on, dude?
Dude, he just crapped all over crap. That's the timer. Hold on. All over. I'm not gonna say who, but his video. I was like, dang, son. And I understood some of his points, and some of them I was like,
Bubs ain't going. He don't sugarcoat.
He did not mess
I'm
around.
I'm hoping I'll be able to get on that. What does he say? Them there no faces chats.
I like how you invited yourself this week and he ignored you.
Well, no, we had talked a couple of times, and we had.
But that was the day Instagram was down, though.
Yeah. Well, we had talked after last weekend's show because I had him and Jason on, and we sat and talked for a long while. And so we had talked about me coming on, but he ended up. The other two guys didn't show up for work, so he ended up just showing booby covers with another guy.
Yep. Definitely not your realm. Oh, and by the way, MYR,
Rocky Films are the best.
Whatever, you're going to be on the super chat wheel tonight, so we still have to do that before you got to go to the hunt. What else were we going to talk about tonight? Somebody asked about Justin. So Justin is his brother's getting married, so he's having a great time. He got some big books back in.
They're probably playing Scrabble or something, knowing Justin.
No, dude, they're definitely playing Mario Kart on the Switch.
Okay, you're probably right.
What up, Nosh? It's good to see you, Nosh. I hope you're doing well, man. And then Mike.
Yeah, Nick watched it. I didn't. I only do the No Faces chats, and then I've been enjoying. I don't know why, like his channel was the one that I picked, but I have been going through the Bubs World backlog of videos like crazy. I was watching him do the restoration and pressing and cleaning on books. Like I saw him completely do surgery on a Daredevil #1 that was in literally nothing was together, and he put the whole book together, married a back cover. He had to redo the staples. Like it was crazy, but he ended up getting a good grade on it for what it was. So, but yeah, the No Faces chat stuff. It's cool because it listens like a podcast. So that's what I do while I'm working.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're
No
not gonna
Moon
make
Knight
one.
top 10 tonight. It's never happening. It's
No,
never gonna happen.
and we're not gonna have a top 10 tonight because we got to. This one's gonna be a little bit of an earlier night because Dustin has the hunt, and then I'm gonna be traveling tomorrow down to Atlanta. And normally we do them together when we're in Atlanta on the Babble-Ons, but my wife has some family news she found out, so we wanted to, try to not have to be running around tomorrow night. And Dustin's got a long day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, counts as the Weebo shirt counts as a manga moment. I refuse to ever call myself a weeb because I don't know about that. Right on, man. Hey, we have some really good Babble-Ons, and then we have some that are not so good, but then we have some really good ones. And
Yeah.
there's some, would you say like early this year, late last year, like when you and I would just get in fight? Like, I guess you would say verbal altercations maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
We haven't done
Yeah.
that in a while.
I think those shows really sucked, but
A
there's
lot of
actually
people
a
really enjoyed them.
playlist. Yeah. I
So
don't think
that's
that
like
they
why people.
replay well though. I made a playlist and I used to add the Babylons to the Babylon
Yeah.
playlist, but I haven't done that in like a year. So if you wanted to just click on a playlist and listen to like our early ones, you could do that and then jump, from there on. But definitely thanks for checking out that backlog. Appreciate it.
Oh man.
Chris, I can't, bro. I'm already challenging for 2 other ones, man. And I don't even have anything to go up against you with. But we got a plan for you, man. You're gonna be sticking around for a while with that thing if we can help you.
I don't know what
When's the 2-year mark? We're
Otuko.
coming up on it.
Yeah, like pretty soon.
The end of the month, I think.
No, it was like November when our first one went up.
Okay.
I mean, we
So yeah,
technically
we're
had the
getting really
channel
close.
already at this point, but we didn't upload until local comic shop day in November
Yeah,
because you got the blind box.
that's right.
Whew. Started off as Krakoa Comics. Man. Oh, Krakoa showed up in Spider-Man. And Spider-Man is dating Katie Pryde right now in the book. Kitty Pryde. That was weird.
In the Ultimate or the
Ultimate, yeah.
new one that came out this week?
Ultimate.
Okay.
I haven't read the new ASM yet.
Oh, did you pick it up though?
Nah.
I heard a few of the guys last night talking about it and said it was pretty good, but
We'll
my
see.
thing is they're gonna okay, they got Nick Spencer off the run, that's awesome, but now they're gonna have a different writer for every issue and it's coming out
Like
3 times a month.
yeah.
Dude, how I wasn't hardly seeing many people buy it 1 a month. Like, you sure going 3 a month is a good idea?
No. And that's my thing, man. Like, I don't know. I don't want to trash on it yet because it just came out, but I'm not super excited about it.
Yeah.
Bendis, man, is a weird person, and be quite frank, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of his writing. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to stick it through the Ultimate Miles. What up, C-List? And then I'm going to try to find another Spider-Man run to read because, I think Ryan said that's not the best one to
I want to read Web of Spider-Man. I'm going to
read it.
Spider-Man series because I had almost that entire run at one point, and I sold that whole run to fund my first Comic-Con, actually.
Yeah.
To Big Will. But to me, the covers, I don't know about the stories inside, but the covers always had like a more serious and dark look to them, and not the campy G. Willikers, Peter Parker, Spider-Man type like deal. So I don't know. I want to read some Miles stuff at some point too. I haven't really read much Miles. I just loved the movie, the suit. I just, his Venom power is cool. I mean, I don't know, but at some point, I think I might just pick up the Miles Morales omnibus and just go that way.
Well, you could always just watch the new Amazing Spider-Man Friends show. They're all like 5 years old, and the 3 of them, Spider-Gwen, Peter, and Miles, they all go around, and my little girl is just in love with the show. I love it. She goes, I want to watch Spidey.
No, so, I figured it would. I figured it wouldn't be like the movie, but that's why I wanted to read it, just to see if it was something that I liked.
Hey, Toad, we're full of hot takes.
I know. Toad is he is on top of me tonight. Well, I don't know what I did to this guy.
I think Donnie would do a good job on Batman. Like the end wouldn't go, like it wouldn't end well, but I think it would be good. What up, Who Dat? He's doing some mystery boxes. I've already claimed the very best one.
How many does he have left?
2, 3, and 4, I think.
All right, so if you guys are following Who Dat Comics and Movies on Instagram, if you're not, make sure you do that. He's got a YouTube channel as well. But he does have some mystery boxes going on right now. $215 shipped. It's got each one is guaranteed one slab, and it's what 2 to 3 raws.
Yeah, something like
And
that. But I've already claimed the best one.
yeah, Russ hooks them up though. Russ
Yeah.
hooks them up. So if you're into mystery boxes, you guys know I don't ever push mystery boxes, but I know this guy personally, and I know he hooks them up.
Yep. All right. So real quick, this is from the Lexington Comic Con Super Chat night. I'm going to go ahead and spin it real quick because I know we're getting
we
close.
gotta get caught up on these super chat giveaways, and then we gotta get out of here.
All right. CJ won that one.
No, who would have thought? Now, CJ, do I still owe you a mystery box, or are we square right now? Because I have no idea, dude.
I think we owe him 2 now.
Okay.
And then this is from the night after Lexington. And Toad won that one.
And he's confirming that Hudak's boxes are off the hook.
All right. So there we go. So you got to get 2 to CJ. I got to get 1 to Toad. And then right now we only have 1 entry for tonight's Super Chat.
Oh, he says he put in more than 3. Okay. So I read it wrong, but you're going to get at least 1 slab in there for sure. You're going to get...
No, we haven't drawn for tonight's Super Chat. I'm going to give just another 1 minute. So if you want to join, those were the 2 previous weeks. And then we did the Pro Box, which is B. Ramey. I need B. Ramey. I'm going to ask you if you want the little pony one or if you want me to do something else for you. And then I got to get the other one to Kid Rano. What up, Art Chemist? Don't hate Super Chat boxes. There was something else I was going to talk to you about and ask you about before we wrapped it up tonight. Man. Right on, Southern Comic Geek. Shout out to you.
Man, appreciate that.
Go check out his channel. Chris wanted to see how to join the channel, so give me a second. And
okay.
Does anybody have any questions or any topics they want to chat about real quick?
Yeah, we got about 10 more minutes.
Yep.
And we're gonna have to rock and roll.
What up, Josh? Hey, real quick, Josh. This is what I was talking about. So it looks like a manga. Okay. And I think it's partially my fault because there are a couple of different versions of My Hero Academia. But it's a light novel. So I thought that was funny. Whenever I got in the truck, I was like, what? All right.
Josh, I did go into, I did share the information about the fundraiser. I don't know if you have a link you can drop for that in the chat, but if you do, definitely drop that in there. But I did go over that and let everybody know and told everybody to make sure that they come hang out on Thursday while we watch some pain and suffering. And Josh and I just sit back and enjoy and laugh.
If it's been on Ellie, I may jump on that one. All right, Southern Comic Geek, the next big books. All right. I'm trying to get rid of these 2. I'm trying to trade these 2 for an ASM 50. Uh-oh. They're rolling in now. We got Hudat with the $5 talking about his Super Chat box. And again, guys, I've already picked up the best one. And then Toad, $8. I have nothing witty to say. It's been a long week. Thank you guys for the Super Chats. We do appreciate you. And then for Chris, he asked how to join the channel and how to be a part of the channel in the membership. And it comes with Instagram chat and things like that, as well as a sticker pack. So this is what it is. I have us paused on Great Faces. But if you click the blue join button down here at the bottom after hitting the thumbs up, it gives you a couple of options, $1.99, $4.99, $5.99, and then $9.99. $9.99 gets you. Huge shout out to Nosh for the $10 super chat. Y'all are killing it tonight. I love y'all. Y'all are my favorites. But the $9.99 gets you into the Bro Box drawing we do every month, and then the creator tier. Obviously, that's specific to if you have a YouTube channel. We put you on our recommended channels in the description, things like that. And then Silver Age and Bronze Age are just other ways to support us, and it does give you these emojis, these custom emojis, what they call a loyalty badge, and then I send you out a sticker pack, and then we create a couple throughout the year. So as I create those, if you're a member, I'll send those out to you, and I just kind of keep it rolling that way. Josh, so the super chat is just for our super chat giveaway we do every night on a live stream. All right. So, and again, I didn't mean to keep going on and on and on.
Guys, I'm probably gonna start next Sunday. We're gonna start out with just mainly turtle stuff, but I'm gonna start trying to do like every Sunday where I'll have some other creators come on, and like I said, we're gonna start out talking turtles. So I'm gonna have a bunch of my shellhead buddies on, and we're gonna be talking a lot of turtle stuff, showing off some of our favorite books, talking about runs, characters, series, and stuff like that we've enjoyed. And at some point, we may venture out into other characters.
Josh with
Gosh.
a $20.
Thanks, man.
Wow.
Appreciate that.
You're the best, dude. You're the best.
But we may venture out into other franchises and stuff, and change up the guests and stuff like that. So
and Dustin's going to keep it clean. There's not going to be any panda roll talking.
Yeah. It's going to be on the Lord's Day on Sundays, so
it's going to be professional.
But yeah, it's not going to be like a Babble-On length. Try to keep it to like an hour at the most, because I do have to get up for work before the crack of dawn on Monday mornings. So yeah, man, you're definitely getting the invite for it. So but yeah, I'm excited to do that. Digging through my Turtles box, pulling out books for the Turtletober on Instagram kind of got me wanting to talk some turtle stuff and in a more positive light than I did on that Ronin review book that I did earlier this week. But yeah, like a baby Babble-On.
There you go.
I think I'm going to call it the Faces Chat.
I was about to say the same thing.
The Faces Chat.
Or you could do something really original, Dustin, and just have everybody turn off their cameras, and then you can have it called like the No Face or something.
the avatar only chat.
Ooh, or no mics, only faces, and you have to read the lips.
Ooh.
Oh man, I'm just being
closed
funny.
Captions would still work. No.
Nah. All right. So
real Compton, what's going on?
So yeah, ASM 50 is the next book I want to go after.
And for
I don't know why I'm saying that out loud.
I just picked up the last big book I'm buying this year. So I don't even know. I cannot think of another book that I want right now. Like the book I got today was like the last one that I really could have come up with that I wanted, but I wrote it off completely because it just got so expensive. But sometimes that deal just hits you right in the mouth and you can't do nothing but just enjoy it. And I'm bidding on a Power Rangers book right now on eBay, a 9.8 slab. I missed the auction ended last night and it did not even sell, and it was $50 start bid, free shipping. And it was one of the first covers that I really, really wanted. And I have a raw one, but it's not a 9.8. So if I can get it for $50 shipped, 9.8, I'm buying it.
What up, Ben? Hope you're doing well.
I know what the next book I want is. It's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, issue number 9, the second printing, the Goni Montez helmet cover, first appearance of Lord Draken in a 9.8. That's the next big one I want, because that's like the only Power Ranger book I have left that for some reason I don't have that one. I've got several raw copies of that book, but they're not 9.8 candidates. So I'd love to get a 9.8 of that book, because that is the character that got me into comic books. But there's none for sale on eBay. Like I've been looking for the last 2 weeks and I haven't seen one.
All right. We're going to do a last call for super chats. So
we need a last call thing to throw up there, like a bartender, last call.
So like 2 minutes. I got everybody else typed up. Any other questions?
Alcohol.
Anybody want to trade me a Josh? I know you have an ASM 50. You want to trade for this?
Josh. Oh, is that one you have signed by everybody? That one would be really cool to have, Josh. Didn't you get JDF to sign it too?
He said everybody but David Yost. We could probably through
I like the Blue Ranger anyway. He was like the only Ranger like I never like thought was cool. No, I didn't like Adam or Rocky either. Like I thought those guys were like goobers. Like dude, you can't come in after the original Rangers leave and take their suits and just be goobers. Like nah, bro. You can't hold the mantle.
That is true, Chris. I'm actually getting my little girl. I mentioned earlier the Spidey show, and I'm going to get her the golden books. So
let me know a price on it, Josh. Don't tell my wifey. But I am interested in that book.
Does Jeremy have an ASM 50 he wants to trade for this turtle book? I'm just trying to get an ASM 50 so I can have it before.
I know Hudat's already got that turtle book in a 9.6, I believe.
Before somebody puts it on their big list and it doubles again.
Oh, it already happened.
I know.
It already happened.
I know. I said again.
Yeah. Oh, again. Yeah. I know, dude. I told you, man. I told you the day it happened. I was like, well, there went your shot of getting that book, bro.
I mean, I could buy it, but it's like, man, it's a lot of money.
I know. Dude, that's where I've been lately. Like, that's where I've been. Like outside of that Walking Dead, I mean,
like there's still quite a few. Like ASM 50 is the next one, and then I really want to get. I really got to jump on one of these Batman books.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude, they sold several. I think he sold all his Golden Age Batman books already at my shop.
Dang.
I'd love for you to get to go in there one day or tomorrow if we had time and see the expansion he's made and how great his shop looks now.
Yeah.
But it's like that king size Hulk I got sitting here. What I paid for a 4.5 this time, well, not this time last year, but like at the beginning of the year last year, I could have bought like a 7.5 or an 8.0 for that much. And I almost did, but I ended up buying a few Turtles books instead, which I'm completely happy with the 4.5, but it was hard for me to convince myself to spend that much money on a 4.5. Yeah. And I understand, the market moves, books go up, everything can't stay the same price, inflation, blah blah blah. I get it, I know, but it doesn't make me feel any better about it.
What's your favorite turtle book? The one that Jenica first appeared in?
Not at all. Not at all. What is my favorite one that I own, or my favorite turtle book in general? Actually, I think it's the same exact one, Raphael #1.
That I bought.
Yep. That was a gift from Nick for my
50
birthday.
$50 for that book, man, and it's stupid money now.
Yeah. And it's an 8.5 signed by Eastman. But Raphael and Casey Jones are my absolute favorite two characters in that franchise.
That is such.
It just so happens to be a Raphael one-shot featuring the first appearance of Casey Jones. So it's absolutely the perfect book.
But to be fair, this is such a beautiful, like such
the other one that I just picked up next to it.
Yeah, this one's better.
I agree. I like the first print better, but the other one is the one that, like, literally the other one is the one everybody, and it's the same cover, it's just got the color on it. But for some reason, everybody loves that second print the most, but I don't know.
Nah, I love all the detail that you don't get with this one.
I love it. I love that. I love that, the first print.
That is a good idea, Chris. I like that. Maybe we should.
I've heard a lot of people do talks about that. Are you buying books or buying grades? And
I did a topic about that with labels and stuff like that with CBCS versus CGC, and that did well. So, yeah. All right. So I think let me go ahead and share this. We'll do this, and then we'll let Dustin go. If there's any other questions, any other topics you guys want us to talk about one night, shuffle. Who's going to win tonight's Super Chat?
I'm going to say Josh.
No, it's going to be Toad.
Toad, man.
So Toad won 2 tonight, man. Thank you, guys.
After all the crap I've gotten from this guy tonight, and he wins the Super Chat.
I guess we'll have to make him a couple sketch covers. I still got to send Tyler and him his. I completely forgot. So congrats, Toads. Thoughts on the new Ghostbusters movie? It makes Justin cry when he sees the trailer.
Yeah, I've never seen any of them. And actually, that was something I wanted to watch last weekend. I was laying on the couch trying to think of something that I wanted to watch, and I couldn't think about what it was. And it was Ghostbusters. I wanted to watch those and then get ready for the new one. So I'm gonna have to do that. I'll
Yeah,
have an
sure.
answer for you next week on Ghostbusters. Um, not necessarily the new one, but
Yeah.
the originals.
I know. I do need to get some slabbed sketch covers. That's a fun one. If you, Chris, if you can find the one where we did the top 10 Sabretooth covers, that's an enjoyable one to watch. That was fun.
So that was all three of them. You've done all three.
Yeah, I did two earlier. Did the one
Okay.
tonight. You did the members, so congrats to B. Ramey. And then, what up, man? Legal burning. We need to get you back on
Hey
and
Randy, what's going on,
let you
man? We
show
do
off some
need
of
to
the covers.
we do need to bring Randy back on again and really feature him again, guys. Right now, I shared it on our Instagram earlier, but Randy um, is doing a waffle for one of his hand burned covers. These are fantastic works of art. He is doing a waffle right now. So you guys can go to our Instagram page if you're not following Legal Burning, and you will be able to get to his page from there. And then you can follow him and grab you a spot on one of these one of a kind, awesome burned covers, hand burned, all numbered, CGC signature series books. Um, excuse me, and this one is an Incredible Hulk, and it is outstanding. So uh, thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate that, Toad man. You watch the Rocky movies. I'll watch the Ghostbusters. Awesome, man. Sounds good to me.
I did watch Black Widow this week. Besides what they did to Taskmaster, ruining the history of that character, really, really good movie. Overall, like I really did enjoy it. And then, like, it was tough though to like really get too into it because, well, I
No
mean,
stakes in that movie
yeah,
at
quite
all.
frankly, we kind of knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But very well produced movie. I enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed all the new characters they introduced. Red Guardian, they made a little more of a buffoon than I think that was needed.
I heard he was the one that made the movie, though.
Like he was hilarious,
I
but
heard
like,
he was kind of like the Kano of that movie with the
yes,
voice
that's a
acting.
good way. Just a
Yeah,
stupid,
yeah.
buffoon, but yeah, it was.
Josh, I am totally down. I'm just waiting for Nick to say when.
Oh yeah, well the in-laws are out. I got to figure out when mom's coming up. Oh, we're going to Disney in December now, so that's a thing.
Who?
Me and Sky and Ellie, because that's a whole nother conversation. We have MTO at my company, and that's why I never get to go and like really do much because I have mandatory vacation time off. So instead of like buying her a whole bunch of junk, we're just gonna go to Disney for 3 days. And that was
We're going
Sky's
camping for Hagen's birthday, so
camping.
yeah.
That'll be fun. They
Yeah, he's
won't
gonna
go.
love it.
Are we gonna do a birthday party for Hagen? By the way.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We're gonna go camping Halloween weekend, and then I think the
He'll love
week
that.
before we're gonna have like a family birthday. He wants to have a birthday party, but we're just gonna have the family come over and we're gonna cook and have a cake and let him open presents. But we're taking him camping though,
He'll enjoy that.
because I have no idea what to buy this kid anymore.
These kids have everything, dude.
I know
Everything.
it's ridiculous.
And then here we are as adults saying stuff like that, and we're spending all this money on comic books.
Hey, but he gets into that stuff. He loves it too. So
I know. All right,
I always
guys.
tell
Well,
him it's ours. But it's not our comic book room when he's leaving crap laying around everywhere.
yeah,
Then it's mine. Get your crap, put it in your room.
yeah. Well, I try. When Ellie wants to come in, I don't like tell her no. I try to encourage her. Like come in and see stuff. But I don't want her to think, like
Absolutely, Chris. Experiences over items.
yeah. And that was
Absolutely.
like our thing, man. Like we have no Ellie. Our little girl has everything she could ever need and more. So we're like, whatever. We're just gonna take her.
Yeah, okay, Josh.
Uh, good lord. But like I know with Hagen, you're pretty I guess maybe liberal with him coming in and seeing your room and stuff. But like same thing here. Like I let her come in and she likes to play, touch and grab Grogu and and she likes to get these little things at Target. This one
Mhm.
is eating a cookie, so that was
Yeah,
perfect.
and like Hagen's old enough now. Like he understands
Be
that
careful.
the books are expensive, and
Yeah.
you know, but my biggest thing now is like him almost knocking the mic over sometimes. I got to get a better mic stand. I spent like $40 on this one, but it doesn't hold this mic up very well because it's so heavy.
Just put a counterweight on that back end.
I've got 4 pounds of counterweights on the back, and it's still.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this equipment is not cheap.
Yeah, like I think I'm gonna have to buy like the $150 mic stand for this thing. The guy tried to tell me, but I didn't listen to him. I was like, nah, this one's gonna work. I promise.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Yeah, no.
I'm so tired of mic stands. I don't know how many I've bought.
Yeah.
But I bought so many for that Yeti. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and if you would have just bought one good one. Yeah. Toad, so we took our little girl in January or February before like COVID was like a big thing. Well, was it? No, it was this past January. So COVID, whatever, I don't know. Whenever COVID was kind of coming down in January, February, we took her, and she wasn't 2 yet. She was about 1.5 years, but she did really, really good. She's at a great age. So and if you take them before 3, they're actually free. So that's why we're going to go ahead and try to take her one more time.
Bubs, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Rode makes the best mic out there. Rode Pod mics. Get yours now. Use the code 2BrothersComics. Collect your way all day, every day, today to save 0% when you purchase one. All right, guys, we appreciate everyone hanging out tonight.
Chris was saying, man, you watch it, allowing to have the Ranger. You got him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
not at all. And he still has it, and he still plays with it. And I mean, I get him. I'll get him like the $20 and $25 wrestlers sometimes if it's one that like I can't, like they don't make a figure for that character, but he was really wanting it. I'd get it for him for his birthday, and like he can have a $30 figure to play with. I don't care.
Well, yeah, and like my thoughts are like I never want it to feel like Ellie ever to feel like she couldn't come in here and hang out, or like you're just saying, Hagen. Like obviously, I don't want her grabbing a hold of this hot toy and slinging it around, but like. You've even seen me give, Hagen that $90 Thanos figure to play with when he was 3 or 4.
Well, it's like I set up this room so my wife and kid could come in here and hang out.
Yeah.
If I need to be in here working and doing my thing, they have a place where they can hang out now in the studio. There's a couch. I put arcades in here, TV. She can sit over here and do her crochet. He can play video games. I mean, it's so, yeah. I mean, I don't want this to be like a room where I go and like, seclude myself from the family.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you got to go. It is time. Guys, you have a great night. We appreciate you all so much. Blue Hellion.
Come over to Tony Sanders' channel right now, guys, right now, and watch me dress up like a professional wrestler. And we're going to do comic book battles. And you guys can come vote for me on Tony Sanders' channel. Just type in Tony Sanders and come watch the hunt right now. It's going to be fun.
It gets weird.
Always the time. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out all night. We appreciate it. We hope to see you guys next week right back here.
Are you doing a Whatnot sell on Sunday?
Huh?
Are you doing a Whatnot sell this Sunday?
No, not this Sunday because I can't get a hold of any Gemini mailers. So
cool. All right. Well, take it easy. Have a great night.
We'll see you guys on the Babble-On next week.